Hey PitchGround, how's it going? My name is Richard Chen, Head of Content. I'm so happy for you guys to be joining us today on our call. Before we begin our call, I would love for you guys to subscribe to our channel and our webinar series. This way you guys will have access to all the information you need to not only move forward with your business, but also understand how to leverage off of the technologies and strategies that we're going to be sharing with you today. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy our show. Hello, PitchGround. Welcome back to another Founder Ground. We're so excited to be with the founder of Inclick today. He has a history of working with social media, and I'm so happy to have him join us today to share with us how he was able to build his SaaS and how and why we actually need to pay attention to the shift in marketing in terms of advertising and social media marketing. So before we jump into that, Siddhant, why don't you quickly introduce, where you're from, what you did prior to Inclick, and what caused you to make that transition?
Right. Thank you so much, Richard, for having me. And it's a pleasure to be launching with PitchGround. So Inclick is a 360-degree social media intelligence platform. We help you understand what your brand is doing across your social media marketing channels, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and lets you compare your brand with other brands or industry leaders. The platform is really simple, and it gives you a lot of access to a lot of data about your own brand, performance, and even what people are talking about you. So basically, Richard, I am from Jaipur, a small town in India. It's a very old town, also known as the Pink City. Jaipur is coming up really well in terms of IT, and there are a lot of SaaS companies also coming up from Jaipur. Before launching Inclick, I was actually in my college and I dropped out to start Inclick. We've been doing this for about 3 years now. We've worked with some of the best agencies in India, including Hangama Digital, Rep India, TSBI. These are some of the big names that we've previously worked with.
That's awesome. And from what I understand, the last time we spoke, you actually built this product inadvertently. Can you share with us the story behind that?
Yes, of course. So it was initially a hobby project that I was working on. Basically, the idea was just to collect tweets and get some insights on what people are talking about. This is back when social media listening was not as popular as it is today, and there were not as many tools available. So we started as just a small tool to track Twitter trends and sentiments for various keywords. And then we thought, this is a very limited space that we're working in, and we need to actually expand our reach, expand what the kind of data that we provide. So we kind of pivoted and we created the Inclick Track dashboard, which offers you data for your brands and lets you create reports. But then we were missing out a lot of other data points also. So the idea with the current platform, the current platform offers you a lot more data in terms of what your brand is doing and your competitors. So the idea is to bring all data points for a social media marketer, a brand manager, in one single dashboard.
Awesome. So what platforms does your product track?
So we let you track Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for your own brand and competitors. Then we allow you to track conversations happening on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Web mentions are also coming soon. So I think that will be done in the next couple of months. And I think we'll be rolling it out to all our LTD customers also. So then it will be a complete mix of, a proper solid social media listening platform plus a social media analytics and reporting platform.
Awesome. So for those of our viewers who are joining and they have questions about, marketing overall, what's the difference between traditional means of advertising and marketing versus social media marketing? And why should people pay attention to that shift?
So, see, traditional marketing, when we talk about marketing, it started really back. When people started advertising on channels like newspapers, radio, television, but then that process was really slow. You go out, and it's an expensive process also. You go out, you advertise your brand or your product, and then it takes a lot of time, a long time, for the customers to actually come back to you and purchase your product. Plus there is no, I mean, it's very difficult to find out the actual traction and engagement that has happened for that ad. So there's no way to track the ROI. That's why social media has become so popular, because it gives you access to real time data. You know, when you're posting something on Facebook, you know how many people are visiting your website and purchasing that, your product or your service, at the same moment when they do. So it gives you a lot of time to adjust your marketing strategies. I mean, when we talk about traditional marketing, it took a long time. You advertise, people come back, you figure this thing out in months sometimes, and then you adjust your social media strategy. In today's day, when we market on social media, we know, I mean, where you post something and you know what people are talking about, what is the overall sentiment happening. If they're talking negative about you, positive about you, if they're talking negative, you can, you quickly get time to revamp your entire social media strategy.
Exactly. You know, the last thing any company wants to do is spend a lot of money on advertising just for it to create negative perceptions.
Of
And I
course.
feel like when companies can adjust on the fly with data, that's the most powerful thing. You know, it's one thing to rely on like a traditional means of marketing like TV, radio, and then like realize that you made a mistake in your messaging versus online. You can change your messaging on the fly. You can edit it, delete it, repost it, uh,
Of course. Of
so
course.
that way you can get the customers that you want for your
Right.
business and be
Right.
attractive in that way.
Right.
I think that's the most powerful message that our
Right.
listeners should pay attention to.
Mhm.
Because essentially now with Inclick, you can effectively now market across multiple social media channels. Can you share
Mhm.
with us how somebody can do that with the data?
So Inclick gives you, first, let's see how Inclick works. So what you do is you come to the Inclick platform, you add your own social media channels, you add your Facebook's URL, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all your URLs, which is saved as a brand. So a brand is essentially a combination of 4 social media profiles. Then we have a pool of thousands of pre-added brands also. These are some of the best industry leaders. We have around 15 categories to choose from, like automotives, aviation, technology, telecom, all sectors, and brands from all geographies also. And we're constantly adding more. So what you do is you add your own brand, then you just select some of the brands from our own database or add your direct competitors, and you can group all these brands together. And after you group, it's very easy for you to compare. So you will see the kind of engagement your brand is having versus your direct competitor versus industry leaders. You know how they're going, the what is the percentage they are getting, what is the percentage you are getting. Gives you a complete share of voice and a competitive landscape, which gives you, very, this data can actually help you adjust your social media strategy and move very quickly.
Excellent.
Secondly, there's another aspect to it, the listening part. So on the listening part, you can just create campaigns, write down keywords, brand names, or your competitor's name, and then we start tracking all these mentions happening across social media. So you'll know what people are talking. So if there's anything negative happening about you, people are doing some complaints, or if people are just looking out for you to, that could be a lead also. You can just quickly reach out to them, reply to them. So helpful in both ways, basically.
I'm actually excited to see you share with us how to use Inclick to capitalize on social media marketing over the next coming weeks. So if you guys are watching this right now and you guys want to be a part of our webinar series where we teach you guys how to go out there and leverage off these tools to get the results that you're looking for in your social media marketing, whether it's for your own business or for your clients, you definitely want to make sure you subscribe. I'm very excited about it because I believe that this is going to be the shift for the future to come, especially as more and more people are working from home. They need to find the means to not only market their products, market their brands, but also understand how well they're performing as they're marketing on social media. So this is going to be
Right.
huge. It's going to be a game changer for your business. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for our webinar series. So Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so excited to see what information you're going to share with us in the coming weeks.
Sure, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Richard, for having me. And I look forward to all of you joining in the next webinars and just trying, using Inclick.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good day, everybody.
You too.